Hello bookworms, this is Jessica. Here I am with my May reading wrap-up and my June TBR. As you can see, I have quite a lot of books here. With my May reading wrap-up, I was originally going to do a May TBR video, but that did not happen because I read through these books really fast. The first one is The Sand Cafe by Naomi Thacker. It's about Angus, who in 1991 is covering the Gulf War, and he's in Saudi Arabia covering it for the Associated Press. He's staying at a hotel where he meets Thea, who is a television reporter, and they fall in love. I'm not a fan of war stories, although that this was well written, so I give this 4.5 stars. The next one is The Burning Girl by Claire Masood, which is about two best friends since kindergarten, Cassie Burns and Julia Robinson. Then their friendship changes once they reach middle school, because Cassie wants to be with the in crowd, and she's not as friendly with Julia. Then the tragedy happens that really ends their friendship. I give this 5 stars, and it's recommended for any teenager that's going through friendship changes. It's a coming-of-age novel. And the next one is The Bookshop of the Brokenhearted by Robert Hillman. The main character, Tom Hope, is living in Australia. It's 1968 and he's recently divorced. He's lonely when he meets Hannah Babel, who is 12 years his senior. She is opening a bookshop and she hires Tom to put up some bookshelves, and they fall in love. But Hannah has some tragedy of her own. 25 years ago, she survived the Holocaust. Although I'm not a fan of Holocaust stories because it's very sad, I couldn't put this book down, and I give this 5 stars. Now let's talk about my June TBR. I picked out 6 books to read next month. I may not do a June reading wrap-up, only because I have a couple of things coming up next month, but we'll see what happens. The first one is Peter Bolner's Sunrise Highway. I am reading this for a book club that I belong to. The story takes place here in Long Island, New York, and it's about a cop, Lourdes Robles, who is chasing a serial killer. I am 20 pages into this book, and I really am enjoying it very much. I rented this out from the library, so if I decide to do a reading wrap-up next month, this is not going to be in the video. The next one is How to Steal a Dog by Barbara O'Connor. It's a scholastic book, but I love dog stories because I am a sucker for them. It's about Georgina Hayes. She and her mother and her little brother get evicted from their apartment and have to live in a car. And Georgina is embarrassed about the situation and doesn't tell anyone. She finds a missing dog poster for $500. And I guess that's how she gets the idea how to steal a dog. I can't wait to read this one. The next one is Torey Hayden's Somebody Else's Kids. I originally thought that this was a fictional book about 5 teenagers who are troubled, but it's about Torey Hayden's, who is a teacher, and she wrote about teaching troubled kids. I can't wait to read this book. It looks very interesting to read. Then there is Jacquelyn Mtichard's Still Summer, which is about 3 best friends since high school, Tracy, Olivia, and Holly. Then they're friends for years, and then they go on the cruise together when a tragedy happens. This looks to be a very interesting summer reading. Then this one is Miss Lonelyhearts and the Day of the Locust by Nathaniel West. To be honest, I don't know much about this book, but I know it's a classic. The first story, Miss Lonelyhearts, is about a newspaper reporter. And the second one is The Day of the Locust, which is about Todd Hackett, who wants to work in Hollywood as a set designer. Then the last one is by Susan Brockman, Gone Too Far, which is about Lieutenant Starlet, who is dropping off his little girl at his ex-wife's house, and he discovers a dead body. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Bye, bookworms!